Hi everyone, welcome to our new LinkedIn live session. And today we are going to look into video marketing. And yeah, and Anupama is supposed to be here, but she has been caught up with something else. So here I am in her stead. And before we move on to the main part of the presentation, let us look at our vision, mission, and our values. We enable brands and startups to resonate with their audiences affordably and efficiently. Our mission is to apply branding, digital e-commerce, and design capabilities so that startups and brands can grow, build meaningful connections with their customers, and meet their customers' needs with affordability and excellence. What helps us achieve that are our values. We start by always doing the right thing, even if nobody is watching. We depend on each other. We develop ourselves and others by constantly learning. We drive efforts like an entrepreneur, which means we take responsibility for our actions and we learn from our mistakes so that we never repeat them. All of these help us deliver results as committed. Okay. So, yeah. Today we are going to look at video marketing, and Avinash is also here. And I'll first get started about why we are looking at this. It really is not very hard to understand why we are looking at this, because by and large people love to see things more than they like to read today. Okay, this is a fact. And with the proliferation of internet and social media across the world, uh, this tendency has only increased. Okay, and there is data to back this up. Video marketing really works because, as we can see from several surveys, okay, websites that have videos have a higher conversion rate of 4.8% compared to non-video sites which have a conversion rate of 2.9%. For e-commerce sites, this becomes even more important, and it's really a stark contrast. In fact, e-commerce sites which use video marketing, they say that they can increase their conversion by almost 80%. Okay, so this is really huge in terms of the impact that video marketing can have on your business. And companies who say that they are using video marketing, they reported a 49% higher conversion rates than those who didn't. So I think we are pretty clear here the kind of impact that video marketing can bring to your businesses. And it really doesn't take a genius to say that we should all do video marketing. But I think all of us here, like people who are marketers like us, as well as brand owners, they know that the main issue is with budget. Okay, people often have a lot of grand ideas, but when they try to execute it, then they realize that it really costs a lot, and that is something which not all companies can afford to do. In fact, a lot of big companies would also like to not go there. Okay,
Yeah.
so how can we make the most out of it? Okay, with a lean
Because
budget.
Shakti,
So that is what.
because Shakti, I would also like to add here, Shakti, that we don't need to look at the facts, but that how important is a
Right.
video is for every business. If one look at their own actions, what kind of content we are consuming more? Are we reading
Right.
text more or are we watching videos more? So video could be on an OTT platform, streaming on your phone, your WhatsApp videos and things like that. What is that you're consuming more? If anybody across the world, if they look at their own actions, they will identify that video is the most preferred content format. So looking into that, I would say that video is definitely the most important thing. I Nobody needs a fact to communicate that it has become very important, and why one company should get into videos. And budget constraints were there, are there, and will always be there. But if you
True.
want better registrations, better conversions, more business, then video is the way. You cannot ignore videos if you want that business. So just
You're
something
absolutely
to add
right.
on what you said, Shukti.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Avinash. And in fact, this is like the fundamental of marketing or mass communication, that you have to be where your audience is, and your audience is watching videos. So if you're not going to put yourself out there, that's your loss. Okay. And there are numbers to back it up. Okay. In India, especially, this is booming.
Hmm.
YouTube is right now our favorite platform, and it boasts of 476 million active viewers in India, which is the highest in the world. Okay. And it is estimated that almost 85% of all online content that Indians consume is video. Okay, and I think we all know that when data kind of became very cheap, and we could pay like peanuts for data and access the whole world, that really changed the way Indians started interacting with the world, and Indians started interacting over the internet. So video is the preferred mode of communication today for the Indian digital youth. And in terms of social media and e-commerce customer base also, this is true, because of course we are the world's largest market everywhere, and Indian customers are extremely active on all these platforms, OTT, social media, as well as e-commerce platforms, and they prefer video to kind of gauge things, to entertain themselves, and to gain knowledge. So definitely look out for video. Now, if this is what we have, okay, this clearly shows India is almost double, in terms of the viewer numbers, than United States, which comes up, let's say not close, but yeah, which comes second. Okay, they are at 238 and we are at 476 billion million. Sorry. Next we have Brazil, and then we have UK. So first of all, what we will have to look at is that the kind of videos that you can use. Okay. So first you have to understand what are the formats that you can use. We have the long form videos. These primarily go on YouTube, and sometimes they are directly uploaded on websites, but that is rare. Most companies today, they upload their videos on YouTube and then embed it on their website. Short form videos, the most popular types, less than 1 minute. Any social media app you open, you will have some format of it there. Okay, YouTube shorts, reels, stories, everything. Okay. Then we have user generated content, where the users or followers of a brand, they usually post things that they like to talk about, or they take up some challenge and everything. Reels with stitches, very important, and kind of becoming the most popular type of reels or short form video content that is going around. Brand videos, they can be explainers or demos, something as simple as how can I assemble this furniture set, to something like how the brain reacts to, let's say, sugar or something like that. Promotional, yes, and influencer marketing is included in the promotional part, and educational content, which is evergreen. Okay. So we were talking about the dominant, the most popular kind of video that is going around here. So I'll just play a short example of a reel with a stitch. Okay. Okay, so I think two things became very clear. One thing is the worrying state of education, and the second is that this is, I think all of you have seen something like this. Stitches are where you use like somebody's pre-made content, like this girl's. Okay, she's saying something, she has uploaded her video, and the content creator, his name is Maxim. So Maxim takes her video and kind of uses his own recording to interperse with it, and then we have a brand new video. This is becoming a very important form of video content that we are seeing on social media, and we will learn more about it, okay, and how to do this. So moving on to the next part. Sorry. Yeah, I think let us go to the next one. Sorry about that. So first thing that we need to understand is when we do video marketing, we always start with a strategy. Always remember that whatever you throw out there, you have to have a plan there. You cannot just keep throwing things and then hope something sticks. It doesn't work like that. You have to start with your goals. What is it that you are planning to achieve? Do you want to create awareness for your brand? Do you want to improve your visibility on the internet? Do you want to promote something or someone or even yourself? Do you want to generate leads? Do you want to send some message out there to the world completely altruistically? Whatever it is, determine your goals, and accordingly, you have to choose your channels, you have to choose your format, and you have to choose the communication style. Okay? Because after that, you have to choose what platforms you are going to put your video on. If it is going to be like about you know promoting some B2C product, probably Instagram is your best bet, or Facebook. But if you are going to speak to B2B professional audiences, maybe it's better to do it on LinkedIn. Okay? And that will determine the kind of format that you choose. It can be vertical, it can be horizontal, it can even be square, but all of these will determine what kind of content you are creating. The basic uh, thing that we kind of agree here is that the goal will determine what kind of content you create. And if you want to create awareness, go for in-depth educational or exploration of topics. Okay, this I think you will see a lot of these coaches that who have become very popular on social media. They do. These are professionals like doctors and engineers and software developers to lifestyle coaches, yoga instructors, makeup artists, everyone. You'll see they do this pretty often. They want to build up their brand, they want to be known as an expert in the area, they want to raise awareness about some issue. They go and do these kind of knowledge sharing video. Okay, and for other things, when your objective is more towards entertainment, then you can experiment a lot and you have to do different things. Okay, ideally every brand should mix and match things a bit. Okay, there's no pure one type of video that you can create which will serve all your needs. So keep that in mind. On website, we would say embed your YouTube videos instead of directly putting something up there. Number one, it will make your website slow. Secondly, your YouTube channel, you will have a good idea if you can draw people there and how much of that traffic is being redirected to your website and vice versa. Okay? And for blogs, always make sure that your videos complement your text. When you write a blog, top to bottom, you see where your videos fit in best. If you just randomly plug in videos at irregular intervals, which serve no reference to the context, they don't elaborate a point, there is no lead up, there is no following up from there, then it will not work. Okay? The only thing we are saying here is that if you have to do video marketing, you have to do it right in a logical way. Otherwise, it will not pay off. Okay, you have to have a strategy there.
Yeah. Shruti, I want to add one more thing on what you said is this that
Yes.
the idea of video should not be only to create replicate what you have got in a blog or the entire educational element. The objective of video is this that whether you are engaging people or not, talking about those important perspectives is going to be very important. Because what happens that the today the video platforms have become so powerful that they are able to match people's information whatever information is required with the content which is there on the video. So instead of going for a very large content, create create content which is unique, which is to the point, short bursts, and embed them on multiple places on your website, so that you actually answer the question the customer might have got. Because if a customer is thinking about whether it's applicable for me or not, and you are saying something else, is not going to make a lot of sense. So it is going to very very important that how do we answer the question the customer has got.
True.
Okay.
True. Always remember that the experience of reading something and seeing something is going to be very different. So you have
Yeah.
to, whatever message you are giving out, you have to edit it according to the format and the platform that you are putting it on. So
Yeah.
that is something which you have to keep in mind.
Sure. So there is a gentleman. Dheeraj is asking a question that what types of videos gets the most
Yeah.
engagement. Do you want to answer that?
Yeah, I think we will cover that going forward.
Okay. Sure.
So we'll see what kind of videos get the most type of engagement. Okay.
Yeah. So Dheeraj, just wait for some time. We
So
will be
before,
answering the question.
yeah. Yes, yes. So before that, let us first stick to the foundational aspects. One thing I think all of us know the importance of a social media content calendar, because by and large, video content makes up for a big part of social media content. Okay, and you have to create at least a month in advance, and ideally not less than 5 posts a week. We recently had a company approach us who said that we want to promote something, and they were okay with videos, but then they said that we are going to do 2 videos a month. 2 videos a month, that's it, like no other type of post. Now, if you have these kind of assumptions that this is going to work for you, then you are very wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
Ideally, we should go for a mix of static carousels and videos, but definitely do include videos and definitely have more than one. It always pays off. Okay. And for videos, see, videos are very important for telling stories, engaging people, and all. Like Avinash said, you're not going to use video just for selling something. There's a reason why people just stop it when people start selling things to them too much. Okay, so engage with your videos. Look for topical content like special days or periods like Women's History Month, Valentine's Day week. We are going to go into that next week. Black History Month, which is going on now, and everything. Okay, Navratri special, Diwali special, and all. Okay, create seasonal themed videos, and if you want to do that, one thing I would say that start collecting your footage from the year before. Okay, so that
Hmm.
you are ready for the shoot and the creating the content for next year. Okay, start well in advance. And at the same time, yes, it is always good to prepare in advance. Be prepared for leveraging trends. Every time we have these pop culture events or some news which gains a lot of traction, you'll see memes and other kind of viral trending content come up. Okay, so you should have that kind of flexibility where you can leverage them. Okay, because see, on social media, okay, your growth, your engagement, your visibility, everything often happens in these leaps and spurts. Okay, so suddenly one day one witty comment can get you a lot of followers. One video that you created can suddenly start pushing your videos everywhere, because somehow people really like that one video and they keep coming back to you. So leverage these viral topical kind of trends so that you can engage more people, and whatever gains you can get out of these windows of opportunity, do that. Okay, grab them. Also, if you lose these windows, you lose the chance to gain followers. So our advice always to a lot of our clients is that yes, we are preparing your content and everything in advance, but you tell us that these are the things, these are the days on which do you want to do something, do you want to put something out there. For a lot of companies, what they do is like, "Nahi, I mean, we have already given you something and let's not do that, or it's too much of a hassle. We don't have someone." All those are fine, but the thing is, if you don't have that kind of flexibility, that kind of spontaneous reaction to something which is happening in time, you lose your opportunity to kind of grab more eyeballs. Okay, and videos are a great way to do that. Even short videos are a great way to do that.
Certainly, Shakti. The shorter, the better.
Yeah, true. True. And here, like for an overall strategy idea, what we want to see is that the most popular type of video content on social media that we can see are engagement shots, culture shots, and sell shots. This especially applies to brands like companies. Okay, so engagement shots, they kind of educate and entertain. They can generate likes and shares and start conversations. They don't directly sell. Okay? They can also leverage viral trends. Okay, so let's say if somebody is saying that something like, let's say, what is the best fruit for summer. Okay, that is something which will fall here, as well as some quick dance challenge that will also fall in this group. Culture shots, on the other hand, this is about employer branding. That is, you establish your company as a good place to work in. You showcase your brand's values, your mission, your vision, the people who work there, the culture you have, the business practices that you have. The idea here is that culture shots, they are very important to humanize the brand. Okay, even personal brands can do this. They can showcase what they are doing away from the camera, or what they are genuinely like. So the kind of videos that fall under this category: event coverages, then live events also, behind the scenes content, meet the team, life at XYZ, all these kind of videos are very, very important. A lot of companies don't go there. They just kind of refrain themselves from doing anything more than posting a sort of short GIF, wishing happy Diwali. But these things pay off. In the end, these things pay off because, number one, it humanizes your brand. Number two, it has these kind of videos, they will require a lot of authentic footage, and that is always something which will be favored by the algorithms. When they can detect authentic pictures or authentic footage there in the content that you're creating, they'll start pushing your content to more people. So don't forget the culture shots and sell shots. This is promotional content. So it can be something like, this is a great lipstick, to come please buy my book or sign up for my courses. And they can have multiple trigger points. Okay, so they can show you what can be a problem that you may be having, how application of the product or the solution enhances your life, and how it can be used. So there will be multiple points in which these videos will kind of show you that, yeah, you go and use this product or avail these services, and this will make your life better. The ideal mix, strategy wise, for any most brands, okay, will be 4 is to 3 is to 2. 4 engagement shots, which will be educational and entertaining. 3 culture shots, which show what your values and everything are. And 2 sell shots or promotional shots. Okay,
Yeah, I think Shakti, it makes sense because in the world everybody is trying to sell something or the other.
true,
You
true.
decide to entertain people, you decide to tell them the values that you have got, and then you suddenly say that okay, we can also buy from me. Might work wonders than anything else. So yes, I completely
Yeah.
agree with you there.
Yeah, and one thing I would definitely say about the sell shots is that try to show people using your products. Okay, a lot of companies, what they do, they have these blank studio shoots. Like, you just have a bag sitting there in a very sterile room. It looks very posh, but it is very cold and sterile. That is fine. You spend a lot of money on that shoot and everything, but it would be even better if you can show somebody actually carrying that bag and walking outside. Okay, people like to see how things are being used. Okay, so for sell shots, we would say, have something which feels natural and which shows something in action. Okay, now as for the question that we had, that what kind of videos work. Okay, now I'll like to preface that by saying that there is no one correct answer for that. See, every industry has its own tendencies. Likewise, the content creators themselves, it can be a brand, it can be a person. Okay, for them, they may have their own, sweet spots. So, depending on where you are, who you are talking to, what is your message, and how comfortable you are in a certain setup, your success rate will vary. But broadly, these are some of the key characteristics of well performing videos. Number one, shorter than 60 seconds, because this is the format that we have gotten used to. All our reels and shorts format, they are about for videos which are lesser than 60 seconds. Okay, YouTube, we have longer videos and all, but for day to day consumption, these kind of short videos will work best for you. Make them engaging and entertaining. Please don't start selling something right away. Okay, and even if you have to sell, keep it very subtle or have some sort of emotion tied. Okay, don't say that please buy this, this is good. It doesn't work, and nobody likes that. People will remember who is doing this, and the next time your brand comes up in their feed, they'll scroll past it. So don't do this. Listicles work very, very well, especially for educational kind of posts. Okay, and ideally in a listicle, never have more than 5 points. Whatever you are listing, if you have something which can go up to 10, 15 points, break those videos into 2 or 3 parts. Series, people, if you can incite curiosity in them, you have some interesting something to share, especially for listicles, this can work very well. Okay, or you can do related videos, like let's say first video is about, today we are going to learn about how to cook. A second video can be, we are going to learn about how to cook for weekends. Third video can be, now let us look at what to do with the weekend leftovers. So these kind of thematic continuation can also work.
Yeah.
Knowledge sharing, definitely. And then we have behind the scenes content. Here is a screen grab from one of the videos. This is actually from a filmmaking studio, and they shot for a product called the Singleton whiskey. And I mean, whatever you see as the ad which comes on the TV is going to be very different, but the people, they appreciated how this whole set, you can look at the whole set here, the tree
Mm.
and the people, this couple sitting in the park and all that, with the mountains in the background. People like to see these kind of things, because always remember, people like seeing things, there's no reason for it. Okay, so if you can do something like this, if you follow any designers or people who work in some sort of art, you will see they they show how things are getting worked on in the studio, how people are embroidering something, or even chefs, how they're cooking something, how they're preparing something. People like to see these kind of things. Interesting sound bites. It doesn't always have to be something earth shattering, something funny or witty will do. It can even be somebody speaking without showing their face. That can also work. Whatever it is, the more authentic it is, the better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I completely agree,
that is
Shruti.
what people like. Yeah, that is
Continue, Shruti,
what people
continue.
like. That is what, yeah, that is what the algorithms like as well.
Mm.
So keep it as authentic as possible. And don't scrimp on your production value. This is something which has become very common. Like people, they just record it, which is fine. But if you want to consistently post something, if you are doing this as part of marketing and you want to grow your brand, you have to invest. Yeah, and that should reflect in the final video that you're putting out there. Good quality sound, high quality production, editing should be polished, and with, hopefully with voiceover or some sort of dialogue, some sort of talking happening there. Blank kind of videos, they're okay if the content that people are seeing is exceedingly interesting. We have all seen these kind of videos where we see these time lapses of somebody creating some piece of art, and there is no sound there. We just see somebody painting something, or somebody cooking something, somebody baking something in high speed. Now they are hypnotic. Okay, that may work, but not always all the time. Okay? It is not a format which suits all sorts of messages. Just keep that in mind. Now, coming to the flip side, what is it that you have to avoid? First, long rambling videos. Nobody really wants to experience a stream of consciousness when they go on YouTube. Okay? It is not good. Number one, there is no structure, there is no story. It is very difficult to grab people in. Secondly, when you don't have a structure and you just ramble, it makes you seem unprofessional and unprepared, and people will avoid that. Or if they choose to stick around, it may be for the wrong reasons. Okay, they
Hmm.
may stick around because they are laughing at you, which is not something which you want. Also, no clear CTM. I watched this video, now what? What do you want me to do? Do I subscribe? Do I like? Do I start a conversation? Do I drop something in the comments? Do you want me to go and buy something? Do you want to sign a petition? What is it that I have to do? Or if it is pure entertainment, then also fine. But you'll see that at least the caption in those videos where we have these cute cats doing something, even there you'll have something like keep following forward. So there should be something. You have people's attention, so make the most out of it. Tell them what you want them. Poor audio and lighting quality. For this, you will need to read up a bit. You have to understand composition, and you have to create a nice background. And you make sure that it is not blurry, the sound is good, there are no echoes and no other kind of disturbances. Because a high quality video, it's going to perform better always. I think around 3 or 4 years ago, we had this trend where there was this big push for authenticity, and people were just posting random things. They were just shooting something in selfie mode and putting that up. Now that is fine, let's say the first 5 times. After that, people want to see something which looks good. Yeah, so then this thing started kind of fading out. People were returning to this kind of more polished, more professional looking videos. So that is definitely in vogue now. So invest in high quality editing and production and everything. Very important. Don't ignore the mobile population. This is kind of a given. 80% of video is watched on phones today. I mean, look at yourself, like Avinash said, you probably have not turned your phone, horizontal in a long time while watching something. We just keep scrolling like this because that is what we
Hmm.
have gotten. If your phone, sorry, if your video is not mobile optimized, whether it's on your social media or your website, then that's a miss. Okay. Also, the hard selling approach, if you behave like, those kind of pesky salesmen people warn each other about, people will not engage with you. People skip ads for a reason. People want to be entertained on social media, especially. They don't want somebody to start selling them something. So it should not be like you push yourself on people like that. Another thing, lack of subtitles. Very important. This is something of which we have been telling influencers, we have been telling our clients, we have been telling our own team also that whatever we create, try to put subtitles up there. It's not only important for accessibility. The thing is, it makes your video seem become more tangible to people worldwide. Okay. And people have gotten into this habit of looking for subtitles when they watch something, because that is the kind of content we are consuming on OTT. So give people what they are used to. It will make them keep coming back to you. Otherwise, a lot of time the sound quality doesn't work, and then you don't have subtitles, the people will walk away. Definitely keep tracking, because ignoring analytics or audience preferences is going to sabotage your brand. Okay, you are doing all this because you want to be heard or rather seen. So if there is no viewer who is seeing you, then what good does it do? It doesn't achieve anything. So understand what your audiences want and give them that. And last but not the least, please don't overthink. It's a video. It's great that you have put a lot of thought into it and you've created something nice. Yes, But if you're sitting on a 30-second video for, let's say, 2 weeks, because you are not finding that perfect music for those 3 seconds of intro, don't do it. It's just going to cost you time, and ultimately that video is never going to go out. We speak from experience here. Okay? Stop overthinking, just post that damn reel. It will work out. Okay?
Yeah. I think Shruti, out of all these things, the two things which stands out are overthinking and ignoring analytics. Because
True.
if you don't see the data, you will not know what is working, what is not working. And if you're overthinking, you will not be able to see the data because it is not out there. I think these are two things which are
True.
the most important things anybody should pay attention to, any marketer should pay attention to. It's important to take your voice out in the market. It's important to be heard. So if you are not going to talk about what you're offering or how you can make the world a better place, how will you sell? So start to make that step and things will work.
True. Also, overthinking will always delay. Okay, it will lead to infrequent posting, which is not helpful, because the more regular you post on social media platforms, the better for your brand. Okay, once you stop posting or you post after long intervals, the algorithm also stops pushing your video on everybody's feed. Okay,
Hmm.
so keep posting. Okay. And here I would like to say that a lot of people bring the examples of really, really big brands and say that, they are posting 2 times a week. Why shouldn't I do that? Remember one thing, there's a big difference between how Disney can behave and how we can behave. Okay. A company which has already built its brand, which already has like this worldwide fan base or has survived through generations, uh, the kind of things that they can do may not work for you. So our advice always will be, keep posting. Okay, keep posting. Find that balance between posting regularly and maintaining quality. Okay. And now I think this is something which a lot of people will be interested in, is how to create good quality deals very fast.
Hmm.
There are a plethora of tools now. We are not going to recommend any of them. You can take your own pick. You do your own research. It will always depend on the region that you are in, the kind of content you want to create. Lot of low cost or free editing tools out there. You can always use them. A good smartphone with a good camera is a must. Okay, because you have to record fast and on time. And you can look at text overlays and simple animations. You'll find a lot of good templates available on these tools, or even on for free online, and even for platforms individually. Like if you go to Insta stories, you'll see that you can create certain, you already have certain templates, and you can just input your pictures or videos there and they are ready. So, for small businesses and personal brands, or if you are purely in the business of entertaining, these are very convenient. They make you put your stuff out there faster. Royalty free images are there. You can do your research, look at what kind of images appeal to you. There are many websites out there. Just whatever you are using, check doubly to make sure that you are not using something copyrighted. Okay. And one of the best ways to do this is to have reels with stitches, because there you can react very, very fast. Okay. I'll show you an example of how to create something engaging and short very fast. Okay. Remember, we talked about the texts, overlays, and simple stuff. So look at how this plays out. This video has like over 100,000 likes. Okay, so you can see there, it's very short, very simple. This guy just records like total not even 10 seconds. Okay, he just shows the cat inside the bag, and he just uses a very simple text overlay. That's it, that's all you need. Okay, so think fast, think of putting things out there fast instead of complicating it, or every time thinking that you'll have something profound to express. It will not always happen like that. Okay. And as for reels with stitches, I think we saw the example of it in the last video. That is how you can create content very very fast. You can jump on a trend, you can leverage hashtags, and we'll see how we can take that further, how to leverage trending topics easily. But at the end of the day, again, we said, please invest. Invest in good quality equipment, invest your time in developing scripts and everything, brainstorm, take ideas, put them somewhere so that next time a situation arises, you can immediately think of what you can do, how you can record this moment and use that for your brand. Okay.
I think Shukti, one more thing is that how to create good quality video and reels. Other thing is that you just start creating. You'll keep on finding on your
True.
own, because see, when you start to create one and you see other videos, and it will give you ideas. And if you're not doing
Of
it,
course.
it will not give you any ideas. So it's important that you start doing it first, start learning on the way, and that is the way to go about it.
Yeah, a lot of people, like we said, overthinking. A lot of people kind of get disheartened that, oh, my video did not turn out good. That's fine. Everybody starts somewhere. And in our experience, we have not seen a single brand or even celebrities whose first few videos were not absolutely bad. Okay. It all started out like that. So don't get disheartened. Just keep posting. Things will get better the more you practice. The better your command will be over the tools, and you'll have better ideas. You'll get better at editing and everything, and it will become very very fast after a certain point of time. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, I started playing again. Now identify what works for you. Remember, we talked about analytics and everything. Okay, look at what kind of content your audience is consuming most. Okay. And here are some popular formats that we have identified while looking through social media about the kind of videos that work best. Reactions via stitches. Okay.
In fact,
The
Shruti, this is the
reaction
answer
can
to
be a
the
happy
question.
reaction.
Shruti, I just wanted to
Yes.
point out, Shruti, that this is the answer to the question that what kind of videos work well.
Yes. Yes.
So one is
So this is
reactions,
kind
and
of
then one is pitches.
Yeah, stitches are becoming more and more ubiquitous across all platforms, especially on Instagram and Facebook Reels, and even LinkedIn has started doing that. So stitches are going to be very, very important, and especially for a more youthful kind of brands, these are going to uh, be the most popular type of things for at least some years now. Educational or knowledge sharing, these kind of videos, they can be listicles or quick single point elaboration. Don't try to talk about everything under the sun in one video. Choose one
Yeah.
topic, or choose just a few topics to list and not elaborate. Okay? And the cuts there, the editing has to be very very fast. Then we have the promotional and lifestyle videos. These kind of shots, they should have quick cuts between close-ups and wider shots. If you just go and do a hashtag research for get ready with me or hashtag GRWM, you will see plethora of examples of this. Each content creator has his or her own style, but this that is like a classic kind of take that we have there. Quick cuts between close-ups and wider shots where you show off some detail or close-up of your face or somebody using the product, and then a broad angle view. These work very very well. Okay, because they always have something happening on camera, so you have to keep looking because you don't want to miss out it. Okay? While recording, steady the camera angle. Those days are gone where you just ran with your camera and started recording. It does not work that much anymore. Okay? Put your camera on a stand and let it record. And keep your backgrounds uniform. You'll see that the best of the most important and the most prolific content creators today, they don't change the scenery as much. They just recycle through kind of two or three backgrounds must. Most of them just stick to one background and don't speak to the camera for more than 3 seconds without adding some other element. This is very, very true for educational kind
Exactly.
of videos, especially on for thought leadership. We see that a lot of people just look at the camera and keep talking. Now, that may work for certain niche, but it does not work for everyone. Secondly, if you're discussing something which is very serious, it does not look good. It is not engaging, and people will drop off after the first 5 or 10 seconds. Okay? And always subtitles are a must. Okay. Now, to show you what kind of editing that I'm talking about, the thing about background and lifestyle shot and everything, I have a video here. It's a bit long, but pay attention. Okay, I think it's taking some time. Okay, so you saw the quick cuts there. Okay, even if he was not speaking on camera, the kept the text kept changing, and the everything, he was in that one single house, so there was kind of a consistency in the background and the kind of environment he was in. And what, this is a listicle. Okay, he listed 5 or 6 points without elaborating too much, and these kind of things work because you have to keep
Yeah.
it short and
Absolutely.
sweet, and you have to keep changing the visuals so that some action is happening on camera, there is some movement there, so that people continue watching. Okay, sorry. Yeah, now embrace trends. Okay, on social media, engagement is built via bits and stars. This is what we talked about. Okay, grab these brief moments and react very fast. Every year we are seeing the trends changing so fast, so stay trendy. If you are only creating evergreen content, that will rarely work out for you, especially when we have B2C brands or brands which are facing the youth. Okay, go beyond that. Everybody is sharing knowledge, everybody is educating, fine, but you also have to entertain people. Look at popular reel templates, challenges, trending music, viral videos that you can stitch, memes, AR, VR tech which are being deployed. But some edutainment videos must be evergreen. That should always be there. But beyond that, always look at trending styles and types so that you can keep your content topical. Okay. So I'll just show you one example of that. Okay. So I think a few months ago we had this whole thing going, which was about men raised by their moms. Okay. So then it kind of took a life of its own. First there were men raised by their dads. Then we saw the men raised by their moms, and then men raised by cats, men raised by dogs, men raised by their grandmas, and everything. So this is an example of that. Okay. So you saw in the first half, okay, that was a popular stitch that the first influencer that we saw there. Okay, so he was all about showing how his mom raised him to be more stylish and all. And then there was a quick stitch of another content creator who brought in his own twist because he's a very big anime fan and he is referencing Bleach. So that creates engagement. Okay, he leveraged that hashtag to create something which his audiences will love. Tell a story. Very, very important. And this is something which applies to both the B2B and B2C audiences. Okay. Corporate videos especially should pay attention to this, because a lot of times corporate videos become very, very boring or dry.
Very boring.
Okay. Yeah. Case studies, corporate videos, thought leadership, testimonial material. Videos are all about storytelling. People want to know what they are seeing, how there was a beginning of something, how there was an issue or a problem, or some matter of interest, how things progressed from there, what happened in between, and then how did it end. Okay. So the usual structure for this is you state a realization or a fact. Okay. You can agitate that problem, or you can explore it, you can explore possibilities, and then you offer a solution, or at least you offer your own take. Okay. So we'll see a video which looks at that. And the best kind of videos in this, especially when we look at corporate videos, they have a mix of stock, authentic, and sometimes pop culture imagery. This works very, very well. Yeah. Don't use We don't recommend using fully stock footages. Sometimes it becomes inevitable,
Mm.
but if you can add some elements of authenticity there, nothing like it. Another thing which a lot of people actually do, and sometimes even in our own organization we are guilty of that, is that we talk a bit slow. This is something which we learned earlier, that people say that talk slowly so that people have time to absorb what you're saying and all. The thing is, with social media, that trend has changed. People now prefer fast paced videos and fast paced talking. Okay? And you show just enough, let the audience connect the dots. An example of that, if I want to show that, today I went to the mall, I don't actually have to show myself walking the whole distance and then enter. I can just show myself that I'm in the mall, and then I tried out something. Okay, so show just enough so that the audience can fill in the blanks with their imagination, and you can put out a story. I'm going to show you a video of a lifestyle influencer, and see how she follows this structure. Like, she talks about a situation, and then she explores the possibilities, and then she offers some solutions.
Shruti, for some reason, the music is not coming.
Sorry.
Some reason, music is not coming in any of your videos.
Oh, okay, okay. Uh, I don't know what to do there, but I hope you
Yeah.
can see the subtitles at
Yeah,
least.
yeah, we can understand what's happening. So that's why I did not stop you, but the music is not coming.
Okay, so I won't, I mean, this is anyway a long video. I won't play the whole thing. I just want you to show the structure that she follows here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you saw what she did. She talked about how to dress up for New Year. So this is a dilemma that a lot of people may have, and then she explores this situation further. That, what about going beyond the beaten route, and then she offers a solution, that why not bring out something from the childhood. Okay,
Yeah.
so that is like a different kind of thing, but this is more or less the storytelling structure most people follow, and this works because it is easy to understand. Okay. Okay. Now, make your video visible and unboring it. Okay. First of all, in your script, captions, and descriptions, include keywords in a natural way. If that means that sometimes you have to do away with some keywords, that is also fine. But end of the day, it should be human. But definitely try to include keywords there, because what happens is that I believe all of you have seen that if you type for something in Google, you'll also see a lot of video results nowadays, or
Hmm.
even LinkedIn posts, Facebook posts, and all. So how does that happen? That happens because somebody used that keyword that you have been searching with. So include keywords. Talk to your SEO people, or whichever agency that you are talking to. Ask them how to make them more SEO friendly, the videos that you are posting. Optimize titles with keywords. All the SEO best practices that you can think of, they also apply to video SEO. Okay? So you optimize with keywords, the title. You start with a hook in your caption and everything. Please put keywords, have a good descriptive summary there, have hashtags there, timestamp on YouTube, like which portion denotes what topic and all that. Okay? And start with the hook, because it should always begin with a bang. You have roughly like 3 to 4 seconds to actually grab somebody's attention. Okay. So if they don't see anything exciting or useful, and instead you are talking about something which you feel makes you look smart, it's not going to work. Okay. So use those 3 or 4 seconds well. Create good thumbnails. As you can see, here is a screen grab of a thumbnail on YouTube. Here, look at the topic, okay, and the title. How walking affects your body. And we have a very distinct kind of artwork here. Okay, this kind of comics kind of artwork here. And then you look at the question that it is asking. Do you really need to take 10,000 steps a day? So the current thing that goes around is that at least 10,000 steps a day walking is a must if you want to stay healthy and maybe manage your weight and all that. So the thumbnail itself will grab your attention, because this is a very pertinent question that the title is asking. And then we have a very attractive, very distinct kind of thumbnail which will draw your attention, and people will be curious, like, okay, fine, maybe they have something interesting to talk about here, and they'll click. And embed your videos with thumbnails, especially when you're posting on LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook, and also upload manually. A lot of brands or marketers, they use these posting tools for social media, and sometimes you may not be able to um, dictate to it that what part of the video you should grab for thumbnail. You have to upload your thumbnail manually. So keep those things in mind. Okay? And repurpose videos across the platforms if needed in parts. I believe you have all seen that this has become very very common with podcasts. On YouTube, you will have, let's say, a 1 hour podcast. Okay, but then on the same person's Instagram, he will put up 10 1 minute clips from that same podcast,
Yeah.
highlighting some of the important or interesting bits.
Hmm.
Yeah. And like we said, yes, the intro, very, very important. Grab their attention right from the beginning and go live as needed. Yeah, this really depends on what you are trying to do. If you're launching something new, if you have important event to cover, if you are going to talk to a celebrity or something like that, you want people to witness something with you, some important news event or some natural phenomenon, whatever it is. Okay, go live as needed, if possible, via multiple platforms. Like this LinkedIn Live that we are doing, it is also streaming on Instagram and all. Okay, so look at those possibilities while you set up your video marketing, because the more people you can reach out to, the better. Okay. Now, wrapping up, here are some pro tips. Know your goals and channels, because everything depends on what you are trying to achieve, and embrace the new and keep experimenting. Please, just because it worked in 2000 or 2020 doesn't mean that it will work now. we had this tendency of creating really, really long movie reviews somewhere around like 2010 or so. That worked fine for, let's say, I think 4 or 5 years. After that, people just stopped watching those kind of long movie reviews. Now people want to see something which gets over in like, let's say, maximum 5 or 6 minutes. So keep up with the trends and keep experimenting. Always have a strategy and calendar in place. Yes, have room for trending stuff, for viral moments, for these memes and everything, for latest development, but always pre plan your content as much as you can. Identify your sweet spot in format and structure. If you look at popular vloggers or YouTubers or even TikTokers, they have their own very distinct style and format. Some people prefer reels with stitches. Some people just do reactions. Some people don't talk and they just show you something via text overlays. Different things will work with different people. So keep analyzing your analytics and keep working on those things. Invest in good video production or editing on the regular. If needed, outsource it to a professional marketing agency because they have all the tools, they have the experts who can help you create some really, really good stuff on the regular. Okay. And react fast. See, we are living in the age of attention deficit. Okay, people will keep seeing things and they'll keep forgetting things. Okay, so you have to react fast so that people do take notice of you while some event is there. Because remember, within 24 hours, something else will be there to grab their attention. So for those 24 hours, you have their attention to speak on a particular issue. So do it. Okay. So that is how it is going to be. And that brings us to the end of the presentation. If you guys have any questions or any suggestions or comments, we'll be happy to hear it. Thank you.
Shruti, so there's a question called which type of video gets the most engagement? Would I like to answer that?
Yeah, I think the most engaging kind of videos that we are seeing right now are reels with stitches, definitely.
Yeah.
And these are shorts. Okay, they have to be less than 60 seconds, even ideally less than 30 seconds. And the preferred platform for these are, if you are abroad, TikTok. Otherwise, it's Instagram and Facebook.
Another question is that is it better to opt for direct posting reels and add music separately for a better reach, or add the audio while editing the video and post it all together?
Okay. See, now this is a tricky question because see, copyright is something which we need to take care of. Okay. The problem is when Instagram makes something available, these trending audios. Okay, then you are safe. Okay, because then Instagram is making it available. It doesn't personally come to you if the artist has not consented. But when you pick up something and you use it while making the video, that there you open yourself up to a lot of risk. That is one. Secondly, using trending audio also pushes your video to more, it increases its reach. Yeah, that is something which you will not get when you have the music embedded. Okay, if you want to embed some sort of music, have royalty free kind of licensed music if you can. Okay, otherwise there will be these trending audios and all. Try to leverage them and work with them. Okay, music,
Yeah.
be very careful if you are creating a longer video, because there if you, let's say, play something straight for more than 5 seconds or something, there's a chance the studio may claim that you have stolen their stuff and your video may be pulled down. Okay,
Yeah.
again, it may apply to only YouTube and not Vimeo, so it will also depend on the platform that you're on.
Shushni, I would like to add something on that. So, uh, I think the thumb rule is this, that when you are creating a video, and if you try to use as much as the assets or facilities provided by the platform. Suppose
True.
if you are big on Instagram, use Instagram's assets provided by them. But these platform want more and more. You stick to them. You create original content for them. So suppose, for example, suppose if you are uploading a pre-made video with the tool, and you're putting the same video on YouTube, same video on Instagram, same video on Facebook, then the kind of the platform knows that it's not an original content. It is going to be there on multiple platforms. But suppose if you are creating a content on Instagram directly and then doing it, it will get better treatment, more eyeballs, I would say. But please note that when you create a video, if you catch a trendy topic, even if you have created a pre-made video, it will still do work better. Like for example, Shakti has shown so many stitches, right? So many shots with stitches. All those are made on a machine and then just uploaded on platforms like Instagram and YouTube and other places. It's not going to be unique content on platform, and but still getting a lot of eyeballs. It's a lot about the content, but the general thumb rule is to stick with the platforms. I would say assets provided, but still the content is the king. So if you have an idea which can engage people, go for it. Don't worry too much about what the platform is doing and all.
True.
Okay. Other question, Shakti, is this: that what is the impact of live videos with pre-recorded content? Try to answer that.
Live videos with pre-recorded content.
Yeah.
It really depends on what you are trying to do. Let's say if you are launching something, if you want to cover an event like that, then probably it is better to just go all live. Okay, but if you are interviewing someone live and you have some pre-recorded content to throw in, that you want to show some other clip from some past event or something, then that is acceptable. It really depends on what you're trying to do, what kind of content you are creating, and who you have with you and all that. So this is something which we have to take case by case basis. But I would say if you're going for something which is like a once in a lifetime kind of event, like a launch of something, or you want to live stream some sort of natural phenomena, or you want to show something just happening on the cuff, then go for purely live content. Hello.
Shakti, there is another question saying that how to make the audience feel that the video is not very salesy and promotional.
Okay. First of all, this is something which you have to kind of figure out. In the sense, when you write the copy, don't repeat the CTA too much. You are creating something for 30 seconds, and if in that you say four times that please talk to us to know more, then that is definitely overtly salesy. Okay. And secondly, when you start pushing a particular product or a particular person very heavily, like you mention a problem. Okay, let's say you mention that I have dandruff. Fine, then you can say that this is what it looks like and this is what I'm suffering from. But then you start talking about this one product, that Patanjali is the best thing for it, and you should always apply it. Like when you are when somebody is asking you on the video that how often should I apply an anti-dandruff shampoo, and you again name another product there, and you say that Patanjali shampoo you can apply like three times a week and all, that is hard sell. Okay, if you are repeating your product mentioned too many times, that's a hard sell. If you are showing a particular product too many times, okay, that is a hard sell. If you just go and Google, this will probably a bit of dated reference, but there was a movie which came out which was called Yade. I think it came out around the early 2000s. So it was a textbook examples of how not to do any product promotion, because every frame had a Coke bottle. So it is like that. If something is appearing too frequently, like every other frame, then you are doing it too much. Don't push it. Do what feels natural. People don't just
Yeah.
stop talking randomly in the middle of a conversation and start drinking Coke. That's not how it works. So do what feels natural.
In fact, I think Shukti that today's people's radar that somebody the other person is going to try to sell something to me is very very high. You should not try to sell. People will people will buy a solution if they think it is good.
True.
There's
It's
another
best
question
to just
saying that how
educate them and leave the decision to them.
yeah. And there's Shukti, one more question: how can we turn our existing content into engaging videos?
One thing I will say is, don't feed something to a tool and make it recite it word by word. Uh, I would say take the theme from it. You can summarize it, make it into a short piece, make it into a listicle maybe, or explore one particular point. But definitely write a dedicated script if you're making a video, instead of just reading something out loud or just putting out there whatever is written. Have a different intro, definitely have a different conclusion, and don't elaborate too much. Okay,
Yeah, I would
this
also
is
agree with you.
something which will come to you as you keep practicing.
Yeah, should I completely agree with you? So, for example, suppose if you have an existing blog, which could be say 2,000 words, 2,500 words, and you want to embed a video there. Now, blog could be very very detailed. The video need not be that detailed. Video can talk about
A video
few
cannot be,
highlights.
yeah,
You can talk about a few highlights. You can talk about some important points, so that you communicate to people in a very very short version what to do and what not to do. 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 2 minutes max. I would say that's the kind of video it should be. It should not be anything beyond that.
true. True. Always remember that you cannot say everything in one video. So don't try to cram too much in. It never works.
So Shakti, I think we had a very good session here, and I think a lot of questions. So probably the next time we will again catch up with some other topic. So thank you everyone for attending this session, and we loved all your questions, and hope to talk to you guys soon.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Really happy to have all of you here, and have a good day. Okay,
Take care.
bye.
Bye bye.